Your enemy cannot kill you. Your
Mm.
friend is the only people that can.
Your enemy cannot kill you.
Yet they know nothing about
They know
you.
nothing about you.
Exactly. So even me, like, there's one thing about me. I have a lot of acquaintances. Like, I have few friends. You have to be very careful the kind of friends you have, especially being a married couple, being a married man. You have to be very, very careful. I can count my friends, like my real friends. So it's not. So I'm not. So don't get surprised. Your friend is the only people that can kill you or your family wants.
So
You
he was
understand?
close enough
It's
to
close
be able
enough
to
to
carry
do
out that
yes.
act.
And for him to carry out that act, that means they've been eating, they've been buying food for each other.
Guys, listen to this. My husband's friend poisoned him just yesterday, but by God's grace, he is safe. This is a big issue, but I will make it simple. My husband and I discuss almost everything. So I was home yesterday when he called me that they are on break, but his friend offered to buy him lunch. So he's waiting for him to bring the food. I didn't feel right about the idea. So I asked him what food it was and he said jollof. Then I reminded him to be careful because he gets more contracts than the friend of his. And he's told me some things that makes me feel his friend envied him. They are schoolmates, so they both have same qualification. But it's more like he works for my husband because my husband always gets the contract and calls him over. I then asked my husband to exchange their food when his friend brings it. I didn't believe he will because he laughed about it, but he did, and I thank God. I didn't even remember to talk about it. A call came in around 1 a.m. this dawn, and his friend has been rushed to the hospital. They said it was food poison when we got there. The doctors tried to save him, but he couldn't make it. He confessed to my husband before shutting his mouth anyway. All this happened just between yesterday and this dawn. But what do you think?
First of all, he got the reaction from himself and said, "Okay, I see something is wrong." But he called the wife. Luckily, thanks to God that him and the wife have this jolly good fellow kind of relationship in marriage. And not everybody would be that vulnerable to speak about their friend to their wife. When it comes to things like this, so they're just partners from there. So for him to call the wife,
And sorry to cut you short, babe. Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think couples are supposed to keep some of these work-related issues away from their spouses? Maybe because they feel, my wife shouldn't know everything about my work, or what do you think about that?
So it's a two-way thing. It's a two-way thing.
Okay.
It makes sense when you get to share some things, to your couples that has to do with work related. And in this case, it has to be male. The other way around is not everything, depending on the couples, the woman in particular. At times, there's some women, when you share some things with them, they don't see it from the ideologic point of view. They just feel that if it is their husband that is involved, they don't want to hear the side. But if you happen to be a lady that is very diplomatic, that you know how to balance equations, and solve matters, your husband will definitely like to be open up to you, to tell you things that happens in the office, but especially when it has to do with the opposite sex.
Okay, for me, I think I would actually give kudos to the man for listening to the wife. There are some men that they don't listen to their women, they don't listen to their wives, and they're like, why are you telling me not to eat the food my friend brought? He's my friend, for Christ's sake. I've known him for years. He's my colleague. And some men are actually blind to some of these things. They take life so casually, and they tend to fall prey to this. So I'm really happy that he was able to listen. He didn't allow his ego to play in this matter. For your wife to just call you out of nowhere and just say, don't eat that food. Some men will be like, what is this one saying? Please, you don't know what you are saying. Do you understand? So I really appreciate the fact that he was able to listen to the wife, and even when the wife said swap the food,
So why he was able to obey is he has been sensitive. So calling his wife, he just needed the confirmation, and the wife confirmed it to him. Like if he had called the wife and the wife said, "Oh, babe, don't worry," he would probably
from the story.
Yeah.
He didn't
He laughed about it.
Yeah, he didn't sense
laughing about it does not mean like laughing about it like okay does not mean, but he took his action.
Well, I think one lesson I really got from this is couples should be more open to talk. You know, the little details in your marriage, in your relationship is very
Key.
very very important, as little as him just calling the wife. And I feel maybe it's one of their random conversations, and he's just telling the wife that, oh, my work colleague is bringing jollof rice to me. Some men will not see that as a very important information to relate to their wife. Why will I be telling my wife that my colleague is bringing rice? Do you understand? But I feel no matter the conversation or no matter the little details in that information, it's enough reason to communicate with your partner.
It's enough.
So
reason.
the more you communicate, the more you talk about your day-to-day activities, it might save you a lot.
True.
You get. So I'm really grateful that they have that open communication. They have that understanding. They listen to themselves. They are not arrogant in their conversation. And telling the wife about it, and telling the husband about not to eat the food, even going to the extent of, babe, swap the food, and he still went ahead to swap the food. I give kudos to the man for that. But another thing is, do you think it's proper for what that friend did? In the sense that I feel like no matter how envious you are of your friend, I don't think it was proper for him to have gone to that extent to poison his own colleague. They work together, for Christ's sake. This world is becoming something else.
So what I tell people, your enemy cannot kill you. Your friend is only people that can.
Your enemy cannot kill you.
Yet they know nothing about.
They know nothing about you.
Exactly. So even me, like, there's one thing about me. I have a lot of acquaintances. Like, I have few friends. You have to be very careful the kind of friends you have, especially being a married couple, being a married man. You have to be very, very careful. I can count my friends, like my real friends. So it's not. So I'm not. So don't get surprised. Your friend is the only people that can kill you, or your family wants.
So he was close enough to be able to carry out that act.
And for him to carry out that act, that means they've been eating, they've been buying food for each other.
So what do you advise? What's your take on this about the friends we keep and how careful we should be around them?
My take on this is just as a human, you just have to be very close to the Holy Spirit. If you have the Holy Spirit in you, He is enough to be able to tell you the kind of friends to keep, where to go, what to do, projects to kick off, people to bring into projects to partner with, colleagues. That's just the truth. That's to me, yeah. The Holy Spirit enough. The Holy Spirit alone is enough for you to, get to choose the right things and make the right choice.
Okay, for me, it's a very big lesson, to be very mindful of the people that we bring into our spaces. Okay, this man, they are very close. He's his work colleague. He has projects and he brings this guy on board, and look at how it turned out. But I'm very grateful for the fact that he was able to listen to his wife, and he was able to do according to what the wife said, without pushing it aside and trying to be manly about it. So I'm really grateful that he's alive, and it's something that we should emulate. Thank you guys for watching, and I want to know, what is your opinion about it? What do you guys think about it? Let's hear yours in the comment section.